Hello and welcome to my very first unboxing video. This is for my Reaper miniatures order. And for the uninitiated, Reaper miniatures, I'm talking about Dungeons & Dragon miniatures. They are small plastic figurines that you use to represent the characters in your players' heads, including heroes, monsters, villains, etc. And they are one of my favorite hobbies to collect because they are fun to look at, they are fun to paint, and they are very, very fun to use in games. And as nobody has ever asked me why Reaper Miniatures, the answer is very simple. Reaper Miniatures, first of all, it's a hometown thing. There was a Reaper Miniature factory in Denton, Texas, where I used to live, so they were kind of like my first introduction to miniatures. Secondly, they're very, very cheap. Usually the single character packs cost about $3 maximum. You can get multi-packs that are like still about $5, $6. But they're high quality, generally speaking, and I like them very, very much. And no, of course, Reaper is not giving me any promotional consideration for saying so, but Reaper, if you're listening, I do take payment in the form of freebies and goodies and so forth like that. Alright, so without further ado, let's get rid of the pillow packs. And oh, I can see that Shipping Manifest, they have actually given me some extra free goodies just for my order, which is another very nice thing about Reaper is, first of all, if you surpass certain thresholds of purchases, you get free miniatures, which they tell you about, and some of them you get to pick. And if you spend more than 50, which I did this time, you get free shipping, which is also very, very cool, because, you know, shipping is not cheap. First little freebie, a vial of Heartbreak Red paint, which is very good, because I go through a lot of paint, and you always need more reds. Heartbreak Red sounds pretty cool. Second thing here, Reaper Virtual Expo tumbler of some kind, if you can see there. I would probably use this for my brushes, keep them clean, water, etc. Pretty awesome, I like that. Okay, now on to the miniatures. First things first, we have Lei Sin, Mercenary Mage. You can take a look right there. Kind of bright outside. So yes, he is some sort of evil mage. He has a big outspread tome. He's got a outstretched staff with like sort of a snake wrapped around it, but otherwise he has a very much of a ram's head motif. He's got a ram's head hat. He's got a ram's head belt. He's pretty decked out and he looks pretty cool. He would make a pretty good magic villain. Planning to do a lot of stuff with magic characters on my next campaign, so he would definitely be a good addition there. Okay, and next up is Inrieth, female hairfolk rogue. Let's see there. I just purchased the adventure book, see if I get it right, Wilds Beyond the Witchlight, which is a very, very fun sounding campaign. I haven't got to run it yet, but it involves these new player characters, the Hare and Gone, called Hairfolk here to avoid trademark issues, because of course Reaper and Bones are not directly affiliated with Wizards of the Coast, D&D and all that stuff. That's why they have to sometimes duck around copyright issues with the names. Next up, Barnabas Frost, Pirate Captain, and he is also very cool. I believe this was one of the free figures that I got. He's got a big old pirate cutlass, one of those like folded down boots like they do, and like a long pirate coat. He's a bald-headed beardy man. And I like him. I was going to do a nautical campaign, probably still will do a lot of fun nautical nonsense. I don't know if I brought him close on. Oopsie, beardo, baldy cutlass man. He's very cool. Okay. Next up, oh, this one is also very cool. This one, of course, I had no real agenda for. I just saw him on the website, and I was like, I must have this guy. He is Crypt Guardian Skeleton, and he is a clothes-wearing skeleton. You don't always see that, but as you can see, he's got a sword and a shield. He's got a long, raggedy cloak and some raggedy, rotting, looks like maybe chainmail armor? But he should be very, very cool. Maybe like sort of a mini boss if your characters are like exploring like a graveyard or what have you. Okay, this is the other free miniature that they sent me. That's right, they sent me 2 free miniatures, a really cool cup, a thing of paint, all for free, plus free shipping, so that's very, very generous of them. Anyways, Woghalter is, it looks to be a rogue. He's got the cool leather armor, he's got 2 daggers, and he's got a hooded, masked kind of thing going on here. He's very, very cool. Like that. Okay, next up. Okay, so the one thing I was really intending to do with this purchase was buy a lot of minions and things like that, because that's one of the things you can never get enough of. Need them of all of the minor little dudes, and I didn't have any goblins, believe it or not, no goblins. So I bought this 3-pack of Goblin Elites. If you're gonna have goblins, might as well have cool goblins. Looks like we have a couple of like armor-wearing goblins. Usually goblins are just kind of dressed in like raggedy clothing and so forth. Maybe like rotting leather, you know. They don't have a very sophisticated armor salesman. They just kind of make do with what they got. The third miniature is the cool one, of course. He's like some sort of goblin shaman. He's got a long staff with a skull on it and kind of a headdress and a cloak, and he is pretty cool. I like him. Oh, he's got a big old spider on his back. I like that. Okay, next up, oh, this is one I was very, very excited about. One of my friends had this guy. He is a werebear. See that? As you can see, he is a big old hindy legs bear. He's got a battle axe. He has got a wraparound kilt kind of thing and a necklace with feathers on it, and he is very, very cool. Might paint him first, because I like him. Okay, next up, more minions. These are Rat Pelt Kobold Mooks. Mooks, of course, being low-level goons, enemies that you kind of just throw at your players en masse. Don't really present much of a challenge, but I find whenever you have a lot of like really weak enemies against players that they can kill very easily, it's very fun for them. I think it's very important to make combat fun, and that means sometimes making combat easy. It's a nice little break. You still get to do the fun combat things, but you're not like sweating bullets. That's just how I feel about it. Okay. Next thing is the werebat. I guess I had a real lycanthrope were creature kind of feel to me on this order. Werebat, of course, very self-explanatory. He's some kind of bat creature, maybe a man turned into a bat using dark magics. He is standing on a pillar of stones. He looks like buck naked, and wings outstretched, ready to party. And that's very cool. And, sadly, this is the last one, but I saved the best for last. He is in a million pieces, but he is a zombie dragon. He is a big, gnarly-looking, rotting dragon monster, and very excited about him. He may or may not figure heavily into my next campaign, because I thought, what if a dragon was a lich? Probably not the first person to think that, but man, wouldn't that be a cool, cool big bad? But maybe not, so players, if you're watching, that was probably a spoiler. Anyway, that is that, and thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you feel compelled to, like and subscribe, because I may very well do more videos, or I may not. And that is all for now. Once again, thank you for watching.